Happy Friday, second graders. You have worked so hard this week, and for those of you that are posting on Google Classroom, I love seeing what you're doing. Today, because it's Friday, I just have a nonfiction book that I'm going to read to you. I might not even read the whole thing. And your activity is to just write 2 interesting facts that you have learned. Now, the book is called Biggest, Strongest, Fastest. And before I read, I just want you to think, what might this book teach you? So I'm going to begin reading, and I'm actually not going to show you the pictures right away. I'm going to have you kind of guess before I show you what animal they're talking about. Animals live all around us. They crawl, walk, run, hop, swim, and fly. Some animals are too small to see without a microscope. Others, like the blue whale, are bigger than a house. There are animals that move as fast as a car and animals that would need half an hour to cross a room. Here are some of the biggest, smallest, fastest, and slowest, strongest, and longest animals. They are the record holders of the animal world. Now, I want you to think about, what do you think is... I apologize. That's my dog. I'll be right back. Okay, so I want you to think, what do you think the biggest land animal is? It is, I'm going to give you some hints. It's more than 13 feet tall, and the biggest one weighed 22,000 pounds. And it eats over 300 pounds of grass or leaves a day. So say your guess out loud. If you guess the African elephant, you are correct. It is the largest land animal. This is the tallest animal. They can grow as tall as 19 feet. With their great height and long, flexible necks, these animals can eat leaves that other animals cannot reach. So go ahead, say your guess. And if you guess giraffe, you are correct. I think my dog Jax is feeling left out, so he's going to join me for the rest. Our last animal you guessed was a giraffe. Now, this next animal is the biggest animal that's ever lived. It can be as long as 110 feet long and weigh 168 tons. I'm going to give you a hint. It lives in the water. And if you guessed a blue whale, you are correct. Now, this animal is the world's smallest mammal, and it could sleep in a teaspoon, just like that small. From the tip of its nose to the end of its tail, it's only 2.5 inches long. This one's kind of tricky. It's called a shrew. You can see it's tiny. The smallest bird is the next animal. So you got to think of a bird, and what do you think the smallest bird? It is only 3 inches long, and it weighs less than a dime. Go ahead and say your guess out loud. If you guessed the bee hummingbird, you are correct. So you're learning a lot of facts about different animals. Ooh, I don't like this one. This is the largest spider. The largest spider measures almost a foot across and has a poisonous bite. It spins a very strong web that traps birds. Ooh. It's called, go ahead and make a guess, the bird spider. Ooh, I would not want to come across with that. This is the last one I'm going to tell you about. It is the fastest animal. This animal is faster than any other animal. It can run up to 60 miles per hour, but only for a few hundred feet. Then it gets tired. Go ahead. Oops, Jax, move out of the way, bud. Move out of the way. If you guessed the cheetah, you are correct. I think Jax is just wanting us to talk about him. So I hope you enjoyed all the nonfiction articles in this book that I read today. I want you to just write down 2 interesting facts you learned about animals from this book. And next week, I will see you on Monday for a mindfulness activity. Have a great weekend.